Alright, boys and girls, this is my part 2 of my Battlefield Bad Company 2 Rush gameplay review. Um, so I'm actually gonna try being outside of a tank for a change. You don't want to do what I'm doing now. I kind of just decided I would try to pop off a couple shots at people, but standing out in the open is definitely a terrible idea. But yeah, just keep in mind, as an attacker, you want to actually attack the points, set the charges, and as you saw, I took the opportunity to do so, and did in fact destroy it, because I'm the freaking man. And yeah, so far it's still a good start, but, we have yet to see exactly how this is going to play out. But, so right now I'm using the M24 sniper weapon system. It's a rifle that was it's used by the U.S. Army. I believe they started using like 1988. It's a pretty badass gun. It's soon going to be switched out for a newer one, I believe. So they make another Battlefield game, and they decided to keep it around this time, then they're going to definitely upgrade it just as they did in real life. But yeah, playing as recon, I think one of the keys to it is to try to stay away from open spaces as much as possible, and I guess really not try to attack, try a full frontal attack. That's what the assault class is for, and the medics. Because obviously they don't have very much close combat capabilities. I mean, you can always take one of the other weapons, if that be the case, but I wouldn't recommend it. This guy's such an idiot. Just randomly backs up into me. But yeah, no, I find that this game is extremely amazing. It really keeps you on edge because there's constantly stuff blowing up, and you don't really get silence at all. And for some reason, for me, I always seem to run into absolutely everybody else in the game, and I get raped quite often for that reason. But, yeah, no, I'm already feeling that my teammates are going to start doing really stupid crap. And for someone playing as recon, you really need to rely on your teammates to either occupy the enemy or to, kill them, obviously, but, you can't really rely on your teammates as far as I'm concerned, because they just it's like they don't know what they're doing, like when it's a large open space, they can get a couple kills, and because they got the advantage of the tanks and whatnot. But like, I think that's why they made this last section the way they did, because it kind of bottlenecks the attackers into that little road so that the defenders can, they know that you're going to come from one spot. You don't have much room to do anything. And also, there's so much cover for them to use. And because of this fact that, even using a tank is going to be very difficult, because, the amount of time that you're going to have the tank for, with all those defenders, it's probably going to be enough to blow a hole in a wall. But other than that, I wouldn't bet on being able to have the tank for too long. And I've already learned that my teammates were getting destroyed as they just ran through, so I don't think that would be a good idea. You also gotta keep in mind that people, your teammates are gonna die and whatnot, so you gotta make sure that you know who's around you. If you have any of your teammates backing you up, or whatever the case may be. Yeah, the particular problem I find with these damn Russian tanks is they have this weird-ass glow to it. You know, it's kind of like a reddish tinge. So it just makes it difficult to see. I don't know. The American tank's much better. It's a clear screen. They operate at 60 hertz, which is nice. But yeah, I don't know. I can't really grow fond to these Russian tanks because just off the bat they're so goddamn difficult to look through. But I mean, the other team's actually doing a really good job. I think some of these people are actually friends because I kept seeing, you know, running in groups of 2, which my team obviously isn't doing. And like here, I know I have teammates right next to me and everything, and they're all over the place. I'm trying to find where somebody is, and then I'm gonna get shot from behind because no one ever thinks to look at where the gunfire is coming from. It's so simple, but you know, it's probably also my fault. You know, I should be constantly turning around and, you know, always assuming that someone's going to be behind me. So, yeah, this is pretty much lost. After we got that first point, you know, it pretty much turned into a rout. You know, everyone was kind of going solo at the wrong times, and I don't think anyone was really considering that you can use like the tactical kind of spawning on your teammates, which is a blessing and a curse because, as you probably tell from like Jahazey's videos, you know, he points out that that's what you want to wait for. You want to wait for people spawning on their teammates because that's usually what they do. You know, because it saves time. So, I hope that you all enjoyed my video, my part 2. You know, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see. I plan on doing other game modes soon, so keep an eye out. Peace out and subscribe!